Well, hello again, everyone. Some of you may have seen me colouring ribbons to put onto cards as embellishments with alcohol markers. I'm wondering today if I can colour baker's twine. I didn't know whether to try alcohol markers or distress inks, but I've chosen the same similar three colours in both things. So I could try it both ways or what, I don't know. But my idea is this. I've got a 5x7 card and I have a fancy to have a band of the twine going across with the lines quite close together, but in those three colours. Then in gold mirror card, I want to do this is just for, and then a separate U, and I want the just for to kind of go across the lines of twine with the U just underneath. And I thought I would scatter around a few random stars. I've got a couple of sizes there and then a whole bunch of little ones there. That's the idea. Don't know if it'll work. I will see. Can't remember the name of this. Might be the Greetery. They're kind of sentiment starters. They've got thinking of and just for and sending, that kind of stuff. I can't remember exactly what they are, but anyway, I thought we'd have a go. What I've done or started to do is to wrap some of this twine around an acrylic block so that I can just use it to, the block as a base, just to support the twine on while I colour it. So I've got 4 strands of each, one that I plan on colouring, and I've just started it off with a piece of tape and I finished it off with a bit of tape. So there's enough there, at least there should be enough there to go around the card panel. So I thought we'd just try. What I'm not sure about is whether the twine will be coloured all the way round and whether it will be difficult to get it onto here with just the bit that's coloured showing. We'll see. Anyway, I've separated them out a little bit to give me a bit more chance at, getting the colour down the sides of it and all the rest of it. So this one is Ultramarine. I chose a deepish blue. This is the Ultramarine. And then I chose Tuscan Teal, this sort of, teal coloured one. And then a very pale Skylight blue there. So those are the colours I chose in the markers. And my sort of equivalents with the distresses are Uncharted Mariner, Broken China, and Tumbled Glass. So, we'll see. I love the mix of those kind of colours. So we'll try with this and just see how we go. I can always put some more onto the block and try it with oxides and see if it works any better or worse, really. So let's just have a go. I will speed this up. Try that for the deep blue one. That seemed to accept the colour rather more easily. How about this one? Let's just see. Right. Don't know if that's going to be enough depth to sort of put this on. We'll see. Now, it probably needs a bit of time to dry, but I'm going to give it a quick whisk with my heat tool and just see how we get on with that. While I was just doing that, I was thinking to myself, what I'm conscious of, I don't want to get any of if it's still wet, smudging around on this, but if I just cut a piece of paper, or don't even need to Yes, I do need to cut it. Okay, cut it with the same die that I used to cut the panel with. I can pop this on the front while I put that around, and then I could just drag it out so that it protects the card base, not the card base, the panel. Let's just see. I'm not sure if this is going to work. We'll see. Okay, so here I've got it's kind of a mask, isn't it, really? But just to protect the front of that card, I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. Oops. Like that. Okay, now let's see. I want it to go. Let's just cut this off. Here's my blue, deep blues. These. I'm just wondering whether I should just put another little bit of the colour on the other side. Let me just do a bit more. This is all a bit of an experiment, let's face it. Okay. This deep blue seems to be the worst one for showing the differences, obviously, because it's more marked between the light of the twine and the dark of the marker. Let's try. Let me move that out of the way. Do you know what I'm thinking at the minute? I'm thinking to myself, I could have done this if I'd done a piece of acetate as a front marker thing. I could have coloured it actually on the card, couldn't I? I might just do that. Let's just see. Let me find a piece. I've got absolute stacks of acetate here, all different sizes. So I put this under here. I can just do this. Okay. There's the deep blue. Let's put the lid back on this. Now we'll try the mid colour. Take this off. Perhaps could have just done this in the first place, really. Try and get those level-ish. Hope I'm on the page today. Yeah, it's got that. Oops. That one wasn't quite. That must be twisted, that's why. Just get them in order. The things I do play about, oh my goodness me. Right, let's get that in there. Okay. Right, there's my piece of acetate, here it is. try this. Okay, that's that one. Now the pale blue one. 1, 2, 3, and whoops, 4. See if we can get these on. Tidy up the back presently. Get rid of a whole chunk of this lot. Okay. Right, let's try and colour this one. Where's my light pen? Here it is. Skylight blue. Wonderful. Okay, it's quite nice, isn't it? Look even better with the proper card front there instead of the piece of paper that's just protecting it. Right, the other side needs to be secured somewhat, so I'll be putting some tape on this, and I'm just going to use regular sticky tape for this. There we go. This bit of work surface is bigger than the area that the camera can spot, so I sometimes stray a little, so I do apologise for that. A few people have complained, but I do try, but when I'm doing things I kind of forget about the camera and just think about what I'm doing, so, you know, it's a bit tricky. Right, I don't know what I'm doing that for, I can do that later. Right, now, my sentiments... I just for and you. I don't like mixing different fonts, but I quite like mixing a font with, I'm saying font, a script font. I don't like mixing a script font with another script font, but I do quite like mixing a script font with a print font. Right, piece of gold, just for and you. I don't know if I'll need to add an extra layer. We will see. Let's get these off here. This U, I believe, is penny black. And as I say, the just for, I'm not absolutely certain of, but we will see. I thought that was kind of joined, but it's not. Here's the just. If that's going to be half off this twine, it needs to be fairly strong. So that is the answer to my question, do I need a second layer? And the answer is yes, I do. So let me just cut a couple from a piece of just regular card, just scrap. Okay, there's the U, here's the just for. Right, while that's still in here, make sure it's cut through, it is. I'm going to put some glue on that before, and then put that onto this. Right, let's put this on top. Right, let's start thinking about where we're going to put these things. I think that's dry enough now. I can take this out. So that's all nice and neat. I think I'm going to put another bit of tape on there just to make sure they're pulled together. Now, if I were to put this onto a card like this, all this tape would be really, really bulky and would look really rather messy. So I'm going to use foam tape, but I'm going to stop the foam tape either side of the twine so that it's much more level all the way across. So here's some foam tape, if I can find the end. There it is. We'll put that to there. Now, I was thinking that I would adhere the sentiments with glue dots, not glue dots, micro dots. But I think that the twine, the micro dots might miss the twine. It might be in between them and all the rest of it. So I think it's going to need something a little bit more robust, which to my way of thinking means just got a bit of glue on the top there, using the white glue, you know, the precision glue. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. That's not quite off there. That's better. The number of times I say that's better, I must get it wrong a lot of times to have to keep altering it. I'm just wondering about these things on here. So if I do it, I'll perhaps not put any glue on the bit that's going to be above and below. I'm going to dot around some little stars. These ones I cut from some gold mirror card like this with some double-sided tape on the back. So I just need to push that off, pick up the star, and I can just, you know, distribute them around. Love doing this. I use lots of shapes from, you know, that are actual wastage from other die cuts. So, but I just love this. It's just so easy to do. Do I need a larger one? I don't know. I'll cut a couple out and just see what I think. I may not use them. Let's have a couple off here. I'll put a little bit of tape on the back of this, I think there is. This is just double-sided tape. So if I just cut a couple here, like this, I should be okay. I'm thinking that on the lines of this one, I was thinking it'd be quite good for a chap, you see, which is, it's not all, you know, hearts and flowers and all that kind of stuff. So, right, let's have a look at this one, see what we think of this one. There should be two here, a shaped one on the outside and a solid one in the middle. That one's going to be too big, I think. Right, I think I will. I think I'll just put some white glue across the bit that's going to be actually on the twine, and leave the other. That's about how it was in the... This one can go on micro dots, I think, because it's going to go onto the paper. So this is a sheet of sticks to anything micro dots. In the US, Simon Says Stamp do them as well, so not necessarily 6-2, but an edition of micro dots. So all you do is peel off the top layer, pop the thing you want to pick up the dots onto it, just give it a bit of a rub like this to make sure those dots are sticking to the back, and then you pick it up and stick it on your project. Easy peasy, all the little micro dots on the back. There. So that's fine. That was easy to do, but I just don't think with that rough surface there that it's going to adhere too well. I need to put a little bit of a touch up there too. I can bring back my piece of acetate presently. Right, let's put a bit of glue on this one. A little block on that. When I put some on this, oops, now I'll put that on. Okay. So all I need to do now is to put this onto my card base, which is here. And because I avoided the area where the twine was on the back, it's going to lie absolutely flat. If I hadn't avoided that area, there would have been kind of a big lump just there, and it wouldn't have looked very special at all. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you've managed to check now and again that you are still subscribed. People are still reporting to me that, you know, they look and that they have been unsubscribed, and unbeknownst to them. So, if you could check, that would be wonderful. I've been really delighted by such encouraging messages from so many crafters about my video. So thank you so much for those. I do appreciate you taking the time to write a comment. It means an awful lot to me. So, as ever, thank you, and I'll see you next time.